Viene Modric, el centro, cabezazo. Ronaldo!
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli.
Aguero!
Va a pegarle Ronaldinho Gaucho. Ya lo hace. Pierna derecha, directo al arco.
Luchito.
¡Golazo! ¡Golazo! ¡Golazo!
Hello. Buenos días, buenas tardes. Good afternoon, good morning. Boa tarde. Bom dia. I ran out of languages. I can't anymore. I see I have one follower. One person following me. Hi, Dixon. I miss you. Fine, don't respond. Shit. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about Peru. We got to talk about Baron, Juventus, Ronaldo, Manchester City, basically the whole Premier League. And we have I know I promised in last episode. I promised Legend of the Day. I promise today I am definitely going to do it. I will not forget. Whoever knows me and is listening, which are two people, they know I have a bad memory, so they're probably laughing at me right now. And I have an interview that I did from Friday that I'm going to post today. Then we have to talk about something very, very serious. Very, very serious. It's kind of not soccer related, but it is in a way. So I'll get to that. So in major news, Gareca, Dixon, your boy, he extended his contract to 2022. That's good news. That's very, very good news for Peru. But if you really think about it, it's not only good news just for Peru. It's also good news for South America. Why? It sounds ridiculous. Because Gareca is a fantastic head coach. You know, and look what he did with Peru. And you know what they. All right, you can probably pick on them because of what they did in the World Cup, but it's the World Cup. You got to understand that it's not. It's a World Cup. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pressure, and it's not that Peru weren't a good team in the World Cup, because they were. You can't, discredit them. Dixon saying, know about it for like 4 days. The people that are listening don't know about it. All right, have some respect, Dixon. If you want to tweet at Dixon, he doesn't have Twitter. I don't think you have Twitter. Message him on Instagram. Tell him to get his ass over here on the show, because the fuck? He said he was going to come and he never comes. Bitch. So Gareca's extending his deal with Peru is really good, but it's not only good for Peru, it's also good for South American football. Why? Because look at the recent success when it comes to the World Cup. It's been Europe. So and it's good for South American football. Why? Because Gareca will continue his program that he's working on with Peru, and he'll just grow from there. Grow Peru into, God knows if Peru can even, let's see what they do in the Copa America. I mean, they might have not have all the success that they had in the World Cup that everybody expected, but let's see what they could do for the Copa America. It's also a preparation for them into the World Cup 2022. So, let's see. So, Gareca extending his contract with Peru is 100% good, and I'm extremely happy for it. I'm not a Peruvian, but I'm a Peru fan. So, Dixon and all the Peruchos that are listening to me, I'm on your side. Bayern Munich, holy shit. Holy crap. They demolished, they destroyed, I don't know what other word you can use, thrashed. They annihilated Just came up with 2 words after that. An amateur team called FC Rodak Egern. Or Egern. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not German, so screw me. They won 20-2. 20 goals. It's 2-0. Put them together, that makes 20. 20 goals to 2. Okay. If you're like in shocked, I am too. Holy shit, bro. 20 goals in one game. When you hear that, you're probably thinking, all right, maybe he's talking about a FIFA game. No, I'm not talking about a FIFA game. I'm talking about a real life game that happened 2-3 days ago. I don't remember exactly the day, but it was 2-3 days ago. Bayern Munich annihilated it. Let me tell you who scored. Kingsley Coman. He had 3 goals. Hat-trick hero. Thiago Alcantara. 1 goal. He still got a goal. Don't brush him on that. Robert Lewandowski. He also got 3 goals. Sandro Wagner. Well, Sandro Wagner. He's German. Another 3 goals. Thomas Müller. 2 goals. Maximilian Franzg. 3 goals. Sebastian Rudy. 1 goal. Frank Ribéry. 1 goal. James Rodriguez. 2 goals. And Joshua Kimmich. 1 goal. My question is, why would you play such a small team like that? Number 1, that's my first question. Whoever's tuned in, answer me that. And then another question. This is serious, so I want you to take me serious as possible. If you score 3 goals, you're granted the ball of the game. Who gets the ball of the game? Does anybody know? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hat-trick heroes. Who gets the ball, guys? I don't know. They're going to be fighting over it like little kids. But aside from that, why would you play such a small team before your league starts? Is it to get your confidence boosted up? Because I don't think Bayern Munich need that. I mean, 20-2, guys. I mean, that's 20 goals to 2. I didn't even write down the 2 goals that were scored because, number 1, I don't think you or me know who this team, FC Rodak Egern, is. So, no disrespect to them. But it's like, seriously, man? Why? Like, Bayern Munich, why? But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because that blew my mind. So if you guys follow my page, not this Instagram page, the other Instagram page that gives you news, transfer news, and etc. We're at Mundo D D-E-E Futbol. And you probably, I put this poll up, Juventus team A or B. I got a majority of people doing team A. I didn't write down percentage, I forgot. So team A is, in goalkeeper, it's Szczesny, the Polish. Yeah, Polish. Okay, in defense, there's on right back, I'm going from right to left. Right, Cancelo, Bonucci, Chiellini, Alexandro. In mid is Emre Can. I can't pronounce this fucker's name. Pjanic or Janic, I don't remember. Then Matuidi. Then there's Douglas Costa, Ronaldo, and Dybala. Monster team. Do you pick that one? Or do you pick team B? Goalkeeper is Perrin, the young Italian. Defense is De Sciglio, Rugani, Benatia, Spinazzola. In mid is Khedira, Marchisio, Bentancur. And forward is Cuadrado, Mandzukic, and Bernardeschi. So who do you pick? Juventus has a lot of depth. I mean, they always had depth, but now with the addition of Bonucci, Ronaldo, Cancelo, Spinazzola, and I think that's it. It's like, who do you start? as Massimo, Massimo Allegri, who do you start? Answer me that. I have no idea. Obviously, okay. You're probably gonna say, duh, Ronaldo, duh, Dybala. Okay, but who else? Who are you gonna start? Rugani's a good defender. Alexandro's a good left back. Marquisio's a fantastic and a world-class midfielder. But on top of that, then you got Matuidi, a world champion. Now he's a world champion. Emre Can, your new signing. He did good in Liverpool. Douglas Costa, or Cuadrado. Bentancur, or Pjanic, or whatever, however you pronounce his name. Benatia, Bonucci. Szczesny, or Perrin. I'm not going to question Ronaldo, Dybala, because you'll probably like slice my neck. But seriously, I put up the poll, so a bunch of you already did that. But Juventus this season, the question is not whether they're going to win the Serie A or the Coppa Italia, because it's almost inevitable that they're going to win. You and me, we know this. And it's no disrespect to AC Milan, Napoli, Inter Milan, Udinese. There's no disrespect to them, because Juventus has always been a strong team for the past few seasons, consecutively. If I'm not mistaken, they won their 7th Serie A title consecutively. But now, that's not the question, because it's almost inevitable that they're going to win. The question here is, and this goes for the same with PSG, will they make it to the last 4 of the Champions League? That's the more of a question for PSG, but for Juventus, is can they go to the final and can they win? Because with these signings that they did this season, okay, and the offloading, the big one is Buffon. Obviously, he's getting older, but he wanted a new challenge. But with the new signings, Ronaldo, Bonucci, he's back, Cancelo, Spinazzola, Emre Can, can they win? Sorry, hold on. When are you going to talk about Puerto Rico? When am I going to talk about Puerto Rico? Time out on the Juventus. When am I going to talk about Puerto Rico? When Puerto Rico makes it to the World Cup, hands down, I'll talk about them. And when they update their jersey too, because look up their jersey, and you'll be like, ew. As a Puerto Rican, you'll probably be like, oh my god, it's so nice, because anyway, okay, enough about that. Sorry, that whoever's listening, not on IG Live, someone recently just asked me, when am I going to talk about Puerto Rico? And I just gave them an answer. But seriously, Juventus, can they make it to the final with these signings, especially with Ronaldo, a very well experienced, basically a king of Champions League. He's broken records left and right, and he's won 4 of them on his own. No, 5. Yeah, 5, because he won 3 consecutive with Real Madrid. Then he won another one the year before Barcelona won it, and then he won one with Manchester United. So you have this guy, this winner, and a guy who's always hungry 24/7, for the Champions League. But the question is, with this new team, can he lead them to success? Not Serie A success, not Coppa Italia success. Can he lead them to Juventus, to Champions League success? That's the question. On paper, as you see right here, on paper right there, monster team. But it's not always going to work out on paper. Okay, for an example, and I know you guys are probably going to pick on me because I'm using my own team, but for an example, Brazil on paper in 2006, monster team. Monster. They had Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Dida, Lucio, Roque Jr., Edmilson, Emerson, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Gilberto Silva, Ronaldo, Julio Batista. I can keep going on and on. Robinho, Adriano. I keep going on and on and on and on. But they didn't win it. Okay, so that right there, that's just one team. Just imagine other teams. That right there goes to show you a team on paper, right here, doesn't always mean that you're guaranteed a win. So So again, the question is, and think about this, even if you don't like Juventus, but most likely, most of you, I have two people listening to me right now. One of you, I guarantee, is a Ronaldo fan. So ask yourself, can Ronaldo win the Champions League with Juventus? I honestly, personally, I think so. I think it can happen. The first season, maybe. But it has to be a rough team to like jump in and beat them. Like Real Madrid, or maybe even Bayern Munich. Or even Manchester City can possibly. Because look at Juventus last season. Yes, I know with the new signings, it might be different. But Spurs, which is Tottenham Hotspurs, they gave Juventus a problem. And Juventus almost lost to Tottenham Hotspurs in the group stage. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. In the round of 16. Okay, so be careful because the Premier League, they jump it up. Next topic we got here, which is the Premier League. Everton, Fulham, and Wolverhampton. They made a crap load of signings. A crap load. So I want to know if they are they worthy of going into the top 10, maybe even into the middle of the Premier League. Because, alright, let's start out with Everton. Everton, they signed Richarlison, the Brazilian. I can't pronounce his name. They signed him from Watford. They signed Lucas Digne from Barcelona. They signed Bernard, the Shakhtar Donetsk, Brazilian. They signed André Gomes, the Portuguese from Barcelona. Then they signed Yerimina from Barcelona, the Colombian. The Colombian goal scorer, basically. Mind you, he's a defender. Those are just 5 signings that they made this summer. And holy shit. I think they're proving something. They're trying to prove something. That they're going to be contenders. Not of winners to win the Premier League. But they're proving, with these signings, this is just signings, that it's possible they might fuck you over. Whether you're Chelsea, whether you're City, whether you're United, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, you name the team. They're out to prove something. But, I'm not going to even get to that because I'm not 100% sure what the score was. Because they played yesterday. I don't remember if they lost or if they won. Now, this next team, Fulham, they lost yesterday to Crystal Palace. And I'm not saying anything about Crystal Palace, okay, because Crystal Palace has been in the Premier League for some time now. They haven't been relegated. Fulham recently joined. They were promoted. Now, they signed a right back that Barcelona has been dying to sign for the past few seasons. Michael Sarri from Nice in France. Fabricio Ramirez from Besiktas, a forward. I believe he's a forward. Andre Schürrle, the German World Cup champion, signed from Borussia Dortmund. Mitrovic, the Greek from Newcastle United. Chambers from Arsenal. Now, don't make fun of him just because he's from Arsenal, because number one, that's not that funny. And number 2, he's a very well experienced left back, so I think that was a good buy. Sergio Rico from Sevilla, a goalkeeper. Luciano Vieto, a young forward from Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, I'm telling you. He has some experience learning from Diego Simeone, learning from Diego Costa, Fernando Torres when he was there, learning under Griezmann. It's a lot. Then they signed a young youth product from Manchester United, Fosu Mensah. And he's a good player. I've seen him play in some preseason games from this season and last season. And he's pretty good, so that's good. But what I didn't like about this is that Fulham played yesterday and they lost 2-0. How is it that you sign all these players? And I know it's a lot to expect because they recently are promoted, but you have all these people, and on top of that, I get that they have to build up their chemistry, but that's what the preseason is for. is to build up your chemistry. And I know you're probably thinking, Andres, you got to give them time. Completely understand that. So I'll back off a little bit. But at the same time, with all these signings and this experience, World Cup champion, Champions League, Europa League, and just these experienced managers, it's a lot of experience. So, just let's see Fulham become the old Fulham that we all knew. All knew. Wolverhampton, they signed Raúl Jiménez, Mexican from Benfica. Rui Patricio, that was probably one of their biggest signings. A very well experienced goalkeeper. Portuguese. European champion. He came from Sporting. I honestly don't think he's ever left Sporting. I think he's always been there. I'm not 100% sure. But fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, I always pick him up on FIFA. Even if I'm in Barcelona or wherever I am. He's a great goalkeeper. João Moutinho. Holy crap. That's another well-known, experienced Portuguese champion or European champion. He played for Monaco, and he was at Monaco, and he was also a champion there. He won with Monaco back in 2016-17. So that's another experienced player. And then Adama Traore. He, if I'm not mistaken, he came from Barcelona to the youth academy. And then he was loaned out and sold and etc. But right there, so those three teams with all those signings, they are looking to prove something. And to all those other teams in Premier League, you better watch out. But now that I think about it, what if they don't go they don't reach their limit with these players? What if they don't go above and beyond with these players? Because they signed all these players, and actually there was between 3 to 5 lower Premier League clubs that spent almost 130 million pounds more than like the top 3 Premier League teams. Mind blowing, I know, but they spent a lot more. So I want to know what if they don't? What if they don't reach, I don't know, say top 10, or they don't reach the middle table? What then? They used up all this money. Okay, yeah, they might get a portion of it back on jersey sales. But what if they don't reach? Because these teams, their probably highest goal is Europa League, or maybe just behind Europa League. So, what if they don't reach it? What if they don't reach that limit, that goal that they're looking for? What then for the fans? And then, what is the board going to do? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to sign players like this, you're expecting something as a fan and as a board member. So what then? What's the next step if they don't? But I personally think with these signings, it's going to be huge. It's going to be big. They might start off a little rocky, but I personally think they're going to go. Another Premier League team who made a huge record, but not the best. Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, if you follow my page, Mundo D, as in D-E-E, Futbol, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Tottenham have been the first Premier League club to not sign someone in the summer transfer window since 2003. Now, why is the question? As a Spurs fan, not me, I'm talking, in general. As a Spurs fan, why wouldn't... I mean, how do you feel? Like, what's going on through your head? How pissed off are you? Or are you satisfied with what you already have? Are you happy and content to work with Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Son, Dembele, that the Belgium center back or left back, Alderweireld. I never pronounce his name right. Lloris. You know what? Are you guys content with that? Because usually the Premier League coaches, they use summer transfer window to strengthen their team. Now, don't get me wrong. Tottenham Hotspurs are a very strong team. They're very young too, which is really, really good for Tottenham Hotspurs. Because if you're looking towards the future, then you're looking at younger guys. They already have that. If I'm not mistaken, the oldest guy that they might have is Hugo Lloris, the French goalkeeper, the French World Cup champion goalkeeper. And that's not too bad because goalkeepers tend to last about till 42, 45. I mean, that might be pushing it, but they do tend to last. So, as a Spurs fan, I mean, what's going on through your mind? What do you think? Like, are you pissed? Are you happy? Like, you know, are you expecting a lot, or are you expecting the same? I mean, as English football fans, they usually tend to expect a lot. But I mean, as a Spurs fan, honestly, or as a fan from outside who just loves Premier League, me, I personally think Spurs could have made a few signings, but I don't know. I think Spurs, they got something good going with them, and their head coach Pochettino, he has done a great job. After Harry Redknapp, after those few years with Harry Redknapp, I think Pochettino has done a great, fantastic job. You can penalize him for not signing anybody through the summer, but he's brought in a lot of youth talent over the years, and I don't think you can really complain that he hasn't signed anybody. Yeah, you can probably debate and complain that he hasn't signed anybody because you're looking to strengthen the team. But at the same time, do you really need to? I mean, a lot of clubs, most of the clubs around the world, they have youth academies. You can just sign someone from there, and not just anybody, but you can sign someone who you see has talent and where you really need it, in what department you need to make a signing. So I say Spurs goes up top 3. Even with no, sorry. Top 5. I'll say top 5. Top 5. Only because City, I mean, we all know City is still dominant. I mean, they won the Community Shield 2-0 against Chelsea. Then they won earlier this morning against Arsenal 2-0. Excuse me. Liverpool, they won this morning 4-0. Okay, with their signings, Alisson Becker, Naby Keita, Fabinho, and Shaqiri. And then on top of that, just with the players that they have, you can't rule them out of top 3. Manchester United, I mean, I'm a fan myself, but it's going to be a little tough. Chelsea, with their signing of Kovacic, I mean, obviously that's just one signing, but it's a good signing and it's a good help. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Jorginho, too. So Jorginho, Kovacic, and N'Golo Kante, that's great. That's great. They actually really did good with that. But I still don't see them as a top 3. I could be wrong, but what I'm seeing from now, plus it's still early. I mean, the Premier League just started. So, possibly they can go. They can reach. I say Chelsea top 5. Arsenal, they lost to Manchester City 2-0. Already the fans, let's talk about that. Already the fans are going crazy. They're already putting up banners saying, Emery out, Emery out, Emery out, Emery, you got to change something. Emery. You have to realize that he just signed as a coach. Okay, he just became the head coach at Arsenal. All right, he has had a couple months being the head coach, but you got to give him time. You really got to give him time. You can't just say, all right, you got to get out. You can't expect a win the first day. You really can't. Especially against the current champions, who basically didn't add anybody. Who did they add? Riyad Mahrez? That's it. The other two, they're basically youth products. So you really can't complain. Arsenal fans should have no complaints whatsoever. You can't. You can't complain. It's the start of the Premier League. All right, it's your first game in the Premier League, your first one, and you're already gonna start bitching? No, you can't do that. You really can't. Why? Because it's the fucking first game of the fucking season. You just can't just be like, all right, you know what? You lost, get out. No. How many managers are you going to go through? In order for you to be successful, you got to go through your ups and downs. And, all right, you might say, but Arsenal has been through their ups and downs, more downs. Yes, but that was with Arsene Wenger. This is a new coach, Unai Emery. You can't just go and be the first fucking game and just be like, get out. Get out. We want someone else. No, it doesn't work like that, sir. Or ma'am. Excuse me. It doesn't work that way. You need to give him a chance. And you need to give him a chance to implement his structure, his view of the game, his style of play into these players. And you might say, yes, that's what preseason is for. But preseason's it's basically only a month, maybe a month and a half, depending on what year, because you have the World Cup 1 year, then you have the Copa America another, then you have Euro Cup another, then you have, it depends on what year, okay? And on top of that, the players need rest, okay? So Arsenal need to start building slowly. Okay, with this new head coach. On top of that, they made early signings. Okay, they signed Socrates, I think that's his name, from Borussia Dortmund. They signed Brent Leno, the goalkeeper. Good signing, by the way. They also signed Lucas Torreira, the Uruguayo, who played a great World Cup, the Golden God, a.k.a. Gaston. He'll tell you about him whenever he decides to show up. They signed a few other people that I can't remember off the top of my head. But they made some good signings. Do I think that they're a contender? Not yet. I think they need to build up their chemistry. On top of that, they need to be their style of play needs to be implemented by Unai Emery. And, from there, then possibly, they can be a Premier League contender. But the fans need to relax. They need to take it easy. They need to have patience. And they need to, support the club, not go against it. Because those Arsenal fans, and no disrespect to any Arsenal fans listening to this, but they demand so much. And I get it. I get why, because you have history, and the history is respected. It's very well respected, because back then they had the likes of Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, but every club goes through they go through their own phase, and it's okay. It's okay to go through a long phase. Look at Juventus; they were doing really good in the Serie A, but then they got relegated. With a lot of big names. They got relegated. Then they worked their way up. And it took them a while, but look at who they are now. You can't tell me that, they didn't go through hell too. Arsenal is going to go through the same thing. But the thing is, with Arsenal, is that Arsenal doesn't play in the Serie A. They play in the Premier League. So you have to be a little bit more patient, because there are other teams in the Premier League that are going to give you hell. For example, City, Chelsea, Spurs, West Ham, United. Did I say City? Liverpool. There's a bunch of other teams. Fulham, Everton, Wolverhampton. Those teams are going to knock. So you have to be patient. Arsenal fans, listen. You have to be patient. Let Unai Emery implement his style. Let the boys build up their chemistry with the new signings. And then from there, see how it goes. Just see how it goes. Now, next on the agenda, what do I have? You know what? I'm going to do the legend of the day before I forget, because guess what? I almost forgot. Sorry, I got all this freaking paper. I should have just put in the goddamn binder. Okay. Legend of the day. He wore the number 10. He wore the blue jersey. But the blue color isn't on their flag. He played for let's see. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long. He played for all 3 Italian teams, and he never ever left Italy. He played in how many World Cups? I think 3. I think I wrote this wrong. I think he played in 4 World Cups. He played he played in 1990, 1994, 1998, and he also played in 2002. 2002 was his last World Cup. He played from 1982 all the way to 2004. He played for Lanerossi, Vicenza, Fiorentina, Juventus, Milan, AC Milan, Bologna, Inter Milan, and Brescia. He scored a total of 9 World Cup goals between 1990 and 1998. 2002 he didn't score. He won. Did he win? I can't remember. No, he didn't win. No, they didn't win in 1990. He had a total of 643 appearances in club. He scored 291 goals. He's played as a striker, and he's also played as the number 10. Obviously, because he wore the number 10. But the guy who I'm talking about is Roberto Baggio. To all my Italians, I salute you. Fantastic, world-class player. I didn't have I wasn't fortunate enough to watch this player play, but watching him through YouTube, I can imagine it's not the same. But this is our legend of the day, Roberto Baggio, the Italian number 10. In 1999, he came the fourth. He came fourth in FIFA Player of the Century. That's high. That's high up there. In 2002, he was part of the FIFA World Cup Dream Team. Wow. And that was past his prime. In 1993, he was the FIFA Player of the Year, and he won the Ballon d'Or. In 2004, he was named in the FIFA 100 by Pelé. Pelé. That's high up there. Baggio played for Italy 56 times, and he scored a total of 27 goals. And he is the fourth highest goal scorer, along with another legend. If you know DJ Khaled, you probably know another one. Alessandro Del Piero, another Italian legend, another Juventus legend. In 2002, Baggio became the first Italian to score 300 goals in 50 years. Talk about a dry spell. Holy shit. Let's talk about the clubs that he played in. He played in La Nerossi Vicenza from 82 to 85, with 36 appearances and 13 goals. Not bad. He moved on to Fiorentina in 85 with 94 appearances and 39 goals. Okay. He ended in 90, going on to La Juventus with 141 appearances and 78 goals. Damn. He left in 95 to join AC Milan. He had 51 appearances, but only 12 goals. But I guarantee you he was still a good player. He left in 97 to play only one season with Bologna. 30 appearances, 22 goals. That's really good. That's really, really good. He ended... No, I'm sorry. He left in 98 from Bologna to join Inter Milan. And he did 41 appearances, 9 goals. Not bad. He left in 2000 to finish off his career with Brescia. 95 appearances and 45 goals. Now that, my friend, is pretty good. Really, really good. Currently, he has a Category 1 and a Category 2 UEFA license to coach. So he can coach in the 3rd division of Italy, which is Lega Pro, the 2nd division, Serie A B, and the 1st division, Serie A, or Serie A. So, let's see if we can see Baggio coach in the Serie A. On a personal level, in 1985, he converted himself from a Roman Catholic to Buddhism. Interesting. Very interesting, because many Italians that you meet are really Catholic. But he converted himself to Buddhism. Nice. In 1991, he opened his own sports store called Baggio Sport. But he closed it in 2012 due to an economic crisis. That's not bad. That's a long run. 91 to 2012. I'd say that's pretty good. In 2012, look at this guy. In 2012, he helped fund hospitals in Haiti to raise money for the victims. Wow. Shit. What a humble man. Respect to him. Very much respect. Now let's talk about what he won with his clubs. At Juventus, he won the UEFA Super Cup in 1992-1993. He won the Serie A once with Juventus, 94-95. That same season, he also won the Coppa Italia with Juventus. In Milan, he won one Serie A, 95-96. That's a shame. Not a shame, but with a legend like that, a player of that caliber, you would hope that they would win a lot more. And that doesn't take anything away from him, because he was still a great player. Listen, if you're listening to this right now and you don't know who Roberto Baggio is, or if you do know who Roberto Baggio is, go on YouTube and look him up. Look up how fantastic this Italian player was. He was phenomenal. I saw just a few clips, but right after this episode, I'm probably going to go on my PlayStation, go on YouTube, type in Roberto Baggio, and just admire the world-class player that he was. To finish the legend of the day up, with Italy, sadly, he came short. He didn't win the World Cup. In 1990, which the World Cup was held in Italy, he came in 3rd with Italy. And then in 1994, I feel guilty. Not because I played, but it was my country. He came in 2nd. And it was because of his penalty that missed, or that was blocked. Excuse me, that Brazil won. But that still doesn't take anything away from him, because he's a world-class player. And with the success that he had back in his day, goes to show you that he's a legend. And that's why he's in today's Legend of the Day. So that's it for the Legend of the Day. I will see if maybe... I'm thinking about how to do it. I don't know if I should do it Legend of the Day once a week, or Legend of the Day per episode. Because I don't know if I'm going to run out of legends, or I'm not. So let's see. If I remember, I'll give you one on Tuesday. On Wednesday. By the way, Our shows will be going on every Wednesday, every Sunday. Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And Sunday at 3 o'clock. So tune in every Wednesday at 8, every Sunday at 3. I'll be posting it. Let's talk about something interesting. I'm going to name a squad, a starting 11, that have never won the Ballon d'Or. You might not know. You might know. You might be shocked. Matter of fact, you most likely might be shocked. We're doing a 4-3-3. Okay? Thank you for joining us, whoever's on IG Live. The no Ballon d'Or squad. Goalkeeper, Buffon. I don't think a goalkeeper has ever won the Ballon d'Or, but if anybody should, it should be this man right here, Gigi Buffon. At right back, we have Javier Zanetti, another great defender who should have won. He played for Inter Milan, and he also played for Argentina. By the way, Buffon still plays to this day. He currently plays for PSG. He's been a Juventus legend, but he started out in Parma, and he's an Italian. The right center back is Carles Puyol, the Barcelona legend, the Spanish legend. He won a Euro Cup, and he also won a crapload of trophies with Barcelona, but he also won a Euro Cup with Spain in the World Cup in 2010. He also won the Euro Cup with Spain 2 times consecutively, 2008 and then 2012. The next center back, man, every time I just go to the next player, I have to take a deep breath because they're amazing. Paolo Maldini, man. Oh my, mamma mia, Paolo Maldini. Such a great defender, man. He played for AC Milan for years. And now he's back at the club as a sporting director, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's some sort of director. Paolo Maldini never won a Ballon d'Or. He's an AC Milan legend. And he's also an Italian legend, along with Buffon and our legend of the day, Roberto Baggio. At left back, one of my favorite left back of all time, Roberto Carlos, a World Cup winner with Brazil in 2002, and a Champions League winner with Real Madrid. And he's been a Real Madrid legend, but he also played with Inter Milan. And he ended his career with Corinthians. Right mid, another Italian. Damn you Italians, man. Shit. I wish you guys had these players nowadays. Andrea Pirlo. Such a heavy name. He's such a chill, laid-back guy, world-class player. The way he plays is so... He carries himself as a chill man. Very relaxed, very easygoing. But he plays the same way. The way he is the way he plays. He's very relaxed, very chill. He sees you, he'll give you the pass, but in a classy, world-class manner. He's not about running. No. He slows the game down. He analyzes the game. He sees you, he'll give it to you. He'll put it right at your foot. If you're a couple feet away, he'll see you before you even see the run. It's amazing how this guy played. He played for all three Italian rivals, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus. And he won a World Cup with Italy back in 2006 when it was held in Germany. Center mid is Paul Scholes. Man, how I miss that guy. How I miss that guy in Manchester United. Fantastic center mid. He played with England, sadly, and unfortunately he didn't win anything with England. But he won Champions Leagues. He won FA Cups. He won Premier Leagues with Man United. And he's a commander and a leader in that midfield. So for him to not win a Ballon d'Or, very unfortunate. Another one who has never won a Ballon d'Or, but was close. He was in the top 3 back in 2010. He's won the World Cup in 2012, the Euro Cup in 2008, and also in 2012. And he's also won a crap load of Champions Leagues, crap load of La Ligas, crap load of Copa del Rey, one FIFA Club World Cup. Who am I talking about? Andres Iniesta. He recently left Barcelona. He joined Vissel Kobe, or Kobe, I don't know how you pronounce it, in the Japanese league. And for him not to win a Ballon d'Or, it's a bit sad, because Andres Iniesta, he's a classy guy. He's also not about running, but he'll run if he needs to. And he did a fantastic job at Barcelona, and he's still done. He played the other day, yesterday I want to say. He played yesterday, and this asshole scored a beautiful goal. He did a 1-2. Gave it to one guy, ran in, crossed it to him. He basically danced with the ball. He made the ball look like it was swifting. Turned. He just did a turn. Put it in the back of the net. Boom. First goal for Vissel. Vissel Kobe. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Japanese. So, yeah, he almost won in 2010, but unfortunately Messi won. Right wing in this 4-3-3 formation. Who didn't win the Ballon d'Or? Who I think definitely should have won. I mean, I think all these guys should have won. But this guy definitely. He's an Arsenal legend. He played for Barcelona. He played for the New York Red Bulls. He won the World Cup in No, he didn't win the World Cup. I'm sorry. He played in a bunch of World Cups. He played in a bunch of Euros. Who am I talking about? Thierry Henry, the French legend. The famous number 14. The basically second number 14 that you would ever think of when you think of number 14 in the world of football. He played for France. He played for Barcelona. He played for Arsenal. He did a crap load of work for Arsenal. He was part of the Invincibles. If you don't know who the Invincibles are, go on Google and look it up. The Arsenal Invincibles. That was a great, great team. And for Thierry Henry not to win, that's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Because, I mean, now that I think about it, damn. Why'd you let me think about it? Crap. I got to witness him face to face when he played for the Red Bulls. My Lord, there's this one goal that I would never, ever forget. It was a counter, and I don't remember who it was. All I remember is they gave the ball to him. He was on the right side of the box. And all he did was he pushed the ball to the side, and he banged it into the top right corner. Gone, man. Beautiful. I don't think I jumped mind you, I'm a fat guy. For me to jump so fast, so quick, within a matter of seconds, because of that goal, my God, man. My God. If you have never watched Thierry Henry play, I feel sorry for you. But you're lucky. Why? Because today's day, we have YouTube. So go on YouTube, type in Thierry Henry, Thierry. Henry is Henry, for those of you who don't know how to spell Henry, or Henry, Henry. Look up that guy. He was a fantastic striker, fantastic winger. When he left Arsenal, personally, I thought it was just going to go to hell. Because I was like, crap, he's leaving Arsenal. Alright, he's a legend at Arsenal. So that's it, he's done. But no, he went and he played alongside Ibrahimovic, Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Samuel Eto'o. Oh my God, he played with Ronaldinho before Ronaldinho left and played in AC Milan. And I mean, that guy was amazing. That guy was fucking amazing. So when you get a chance, look up Thierry Henry on YouTube and just check out his stuff. The center forward, another fucking Italian. I'm telling you Italians are fucking amazing. But we need them today. We need those Italians today so that we can fucking enjoy the Italian soccer. Oh, the Italian football. Sorry. The Italian football that we all miss and love. He's played at Roma. You probably know already once I said Roma. He won the World Cup with Italy in 2006. He's never won a Champions League. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't win a Serie A. He might have won it. I didn't get all this information, but I spoke about it. I spoke about him in my previous episodes. Francesco Totti. That guy is a monster, a warrior, a leader. He's an iconic number 10. He's fantastic. If you don't know who Francesco Totti is, you're probably too young. Most likely you're too young. You need to really look up and read up on Francesco Totti, because he's that player that started at a club and never left. He was close coming to leaving to Real Madrid, and he said no. Now, when Real Madrid approaches you, most likely 99.9% you're going to say yes. But Francesco Totti was that 1% that said, no, I'm going to stay loyal to my club, and I'm going to finish my career at my club. And guess what? That's what he did. He scored a crap load of banger goals. I mean, I'm talking like his leg is like this. Like, it's freaking enormous. Enormous. And the power that he has on that shot is incredible. The way the kid played, not the kid, I'm sorry. The way the legend, the Sir Francesco Totti, this guy was amazing. So again, go on YouTube. Do yourself this favor. This isn't for me. This is for you who don't know who Francesco Totti is. Go on YouTube. Look up. You don't even have to put Francesco. Just type in Totti. Totti. Look that guy up. Look at his videos. And I'm telling you, you will not regret this. And if you're gonna buy the new FIFA and you're gonna do Ultimate Team and you want to get a legend, look into getting Totti. He is a monster. And even if he were to play today, he'd still be the warrior that he is. Now, lastly on our list, who have never won the Ballon d'Or, he's played for Manchester United. He's played for Real Madrid. He's played for AC Milan. He's played for LA Galaxy. He's played for PSG. And he's also played for England. He's basically a Hollywood star. I mean, whoever doesn't know him should basically be ashamed, because he's a legend and he's a star. He's married to Victoria Beckham, and I gave it away. Damn it, I gave it away. Okay, David Beckham, the iconic number 7, but for me, he's more of iconic number 32. Why? Because I love the number 32. I've always loved the number 32. David Beckham, that son of a bitch. He's amazing. If I'm going to describe a goal to you, and if you remember, you're not too young. If you don't know what goal I'm talking about, you're too young. And again, you need to go on YouTube. Look up David Beckham. If you really don't know who David Beckham is, then there's something really, really wrong with you. You're really not in tune with the world. It wasn't a counter. No, it wasn't a counter. But I remember David Beckham receiving the ball at the half line. At the half line, playing for Manchester United. He was at least in his early 20s, maybe 18, 19. He grabbed the ball. All he did was toe poke it a little bit, just so that the ball was on the line of the half line. He looked at the goalkeeper. He saw that he wasn't in a position. He was pushed up. What did Beckham do? He saw it. He looked at the goal. He looked at the ball. Bang! All you see is it's going up. It's going up. It's going up. Goalie was this close to getting it. but didn't make it. Boom. Bounced in the back of the net. What a goal. And then on top of that, this is just one goal. Just imagine all the other free kicks that he did for Real Madrid, for Manchester United. Excuse me. The winning goal for England, for them to make it into the 2002 World Cup. That goal was also just as amazing. I don't know if it was 2002. I think it was for the qualifier for 2006. And if I'm not mistaken, it was against Greece. If it wasn't Greece, it was Wales. If it wasn't Wales, then I don't know. But that's, I mean, David Beckham, for him not to win a Ballon d'Or, for what he has achieved over the years. I mean, playing with Manchester United, playing with Real Madrid, playing with PSG, playing with AC Milan, playing with LA Galaxy. That's 5 teams. 5 wonderful world class. I don't want to say LA Galaxy, no disrespect, world class, because I mean, yeah, they won a lot, but that's not the point. But David Beckham not winning the Ballon d'Or, that's just as much as a pity as it is for the rest of the guys. So just imagine. Now forget about the fact that they didn't win the Ballon d'Or. Just imagine if you had all these players in one team. Buffon in goal. Javier Zanetti right back. Carles Puyol in center back. Paolo Maldini center back. Roberto Carlos on the left back. Pirlo right mid. Paul Scholes center mid. Andres Iniesta left mid. Thierry Henry right wing. Francesco Totti center forward. And then David Beckham on the left side. Imagine if you had that team playing at their peak, at their time. Even in today's day, I bet you, this team can beat City, Real Madrid, Juventus, Barcelona single-handedly. I guarantee it to you. Okay, enough of that. So what I mentioned earlier today, or earlier before, that I needed to talk to you about something serious, is a young lady named Jarielys. Now you might be asking yourself, or you might be talking to the phone, the computer, whatever, Andres, who the hell is this? She a soccer player? She was. Her name is Jarielys. I don't want to, Jarielys, if you're listening to this, I am really sorry that I am butchering this. I'm trying to pronounce your name perfect. Jarielys Quijano Goodman. She was diagnosed. I didn't get all the information. I tried my best to learn about her story. She has osteosarcoma. Now you might be asking, what is this? It's a cancerous tumor in a bone. Okay, it's basically a bone cancer. At the age of 16, she was diagnosed, and she has this bone cancer. It's in her spine. Her chances are very, very little. She's done treatments, and it's worked. Now I'm quoting her. It's worked, but it came back. 2 or 3 months ago, she was told that there was nothing left for her to do. She could do clinical trials, but it was a long shot. She didn't go through it, and she made a decision that she would just live her life. You know, she would live her life to the fullest. She's told that she only has a year left to live. A year and a half left to live. And so she created this bucket list. Let me pull it up. And you're probably asking, how do I know this story? Well, I know this story because I listen to the Elvis Duran morning show. And if you're listening to this, which I highly doubt. I'm a huge fan. But that's aside from the point. So, number 22 on her bucket list is number 22 on her bucket list is that she wanted to meet Elvis Duran in the morning show on and be on the radio, which is Z100. For those of you who aren't in the New York or the tri-state area or aren't in the U.S., Z100 is a radio show, a big radio show. So, Elvis Duran, which is the host, he caught this caught his attention over last weekend, and he wanted to, fulfill her bucket list and have her on the radio. So they got her on the radio, and I'm a long-time listener, so I was listening. And I was listening to her and her story, and it caught my attention because I'm not cold-hearted, number one. Number two, she created she has this opportunity to go through clinical trials. Now, it's basically a 1 in a million chance that they can take care of her and she can live a longer life. But it's not 100% guaranteed. Again, it's a 1 in a million chance. And it's tough for her because she decided that she does not want to live, being sick and going through these treatments, going through all these procedures, because she doesn't want to risk it and come to the time where her time is limited. She doesn't want to be able to just not live life. She wants to be able to go out in peace and happy. And it's a very inspirational story, and the reason why I'm bringing it, to this episode is because I heard it a few days ago, so this is the most recent episode. And she's living life to the fullest. She's an inspiration to us all to live our life before we leave, before our time comes. And forgive me for talking about this, such a serious thing on this football podcast, but it goes into football a little bit. She's living life knowing that her time is limited. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just walking around life doing nothing. And the reason why I'm bringing this to you, to the 6 listeners that I have, is because most likely, you probably know somebody, or you are the somebody, who wants to go far in life with football. And I know you do because you're a soccer fan. You're a football fan. As am I. Because I'm doing this and I'm talking to you about football. Now, again, the reason why I'm bringing this to you is because you're a football fan and you've always wanted to play football for the rest of your life. I know somebody right now. I know actually a few people who want to play football for the rest of their life. One of them is in this room right now. And you never know what's going to happen to you. You never know. You never know if you might get cancer tomorrow, today, the next day, next week, next month. You don't know what's going to happen. Or it could be a different illness. And that illness could be very severe and very serious. And she's proving to us, and she's showing us, she's inspiring us to live our life. Because we never know when we're going to go. We never know when we're going to leave this planet. We never know when we're going to say bye to our family. So if you're that one kid or that one guy that wants to become a soccer player or wants to become a soccer professional, coach, or anything related to the sport, don't wait and don't be scared. Get up and do it. Because as she's proving to us, this life is very, very short. And anything can happen at any moment. So, don't wait for an opportunity to come to you. Go to that opportunity and go Take it. Risk it all. Risk it. Take a chance in going and meeting your favorite player. Take a chance in going to this tryout. You don't know if you're going to make it or not. Go try it. Go to that tryout. Go and prove to those coaches that they're missing out on you. Not that you're missing out on them. You show them that they're missing out on you. As a coach, if you want to be a professional coach, go and show the rest of the coaches in your club that you're the best. Go show the rest of the coaches that you're the role model, that you have a football brain. Go and show the rest of the world and people around you that you can do it. And not even, scratch that. Not even to the rest of the world. Do it for you. Do it for you, because as Jarielys is proving to us, we don't have much time on this planet. And unfortunately, we don't know. We, as in the people who aren't going through what she's going through. Go and live your life. You want to become a professional football player? Go. And it doesn't even have to be football. You want to be American football? Go for it. Go to the tryout. Practice every day. Practice on your throws. In football, practice on your kicks, your shots, your passes, your headers, your free kicks, your penalties. Practice everything. But don't give up on that dream, because you never know when your time comes. You could be young as hell. You could be flourishing in life. You could be old. It could be tomorrow. It could be in a few minutes. It could be in a few weeks, months, years. Anytime. It's anytime. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you want to be a football professional player, you got to go. Don't wait. Don't wait. Go take that chance. Take that chance and just fly with it. Okay, because I know 1, 2, 3, 4. I know 5 kids right now. 5 kids. One of them is in this room right now. They took a huge chance. They were supported by their parents, obviously. And they left the U.S. to go play in a different country. And a lot of coaches are in those countries. Now, one is my brother. His name's Alex. He went to go to Brazil. And he went to play. He came back. 2 to 3 clubs are already looking at him. Now, right there is proof that he's not wasting his time. He's young. That's just one kid out of the 5 that I was talking about. 4 of them I interviewed the other day. You'll hear in a few minutes. They went on and they went to go play in Ecuador. One of them, his name is Alonso. Alonso, he already has a contract, if I'm not mistaken, is the Jamaican international team. The U17 Jamaican international team. I think it's Jamaican. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But he's going to go play for the U17 qualifiers next summer. Then the other kid, his name is Matt. He's also Brazilian. He plays for the U15 Brazilian national team. Then the other 2 kids, who are my former players, George Silva and Alan Sanchez, they're going next summer to actually get their contract signed, and they're going to go play for the Ecuadorian U17 team to qualify for the U17 World Cup. That to me blows my mind. And it's basically what Jarielys is doing. Why? Because Jarielys Goodman, Quijano Goodman, she's living her life to the fullest. She's not stopping. She created a bucket list, and so far she's getting a lot done. Elvis Duran took care of Montauk. She wanted to go to Montauk. He's taking care of that. Las Vegas. He's taking care of Las Vegas. And he's also adding the iHeartRadio Festival. She's just going to go. And good. Good. If you're listening, Jarielys, I hope you have a great time at Montauk, at Las Vegas, at the iHeartRadio. There's a cast member on the show. His name is Froggy. She wants to go whale watching. Now, if you know the show, they are partnered with Norwegian Cruise Line, and they are also godparents to the Norwegian Bliss. So they have a lot of connections, and Froggy came up with the idea where he was going to go and speak to somebody about having her go on the cruise and go whale watching. She also wants to meet Ellen DeGeneres. Now, another cast member, her name is Danielle Monero. She knows someone on the show. She contacted him, or her, I forget, and she's trying to get that taken care of for Jarielys. Jarielys, yeah, Jarielys. And also, Elvis Duran is going to take care of her electric wheelchair. The guy's generous. Holy crap! But that's not the point. The point is that she lives her life, and the rest of us who have a certain amount of years, that we help her fulfill her bucket list. Let's help her fulfill her bucket list. Let's donate. I'm gonna donate in a few after this episode. Go follow her on Instagram. It's at Jarielys_Goodman. I'm gonna tag it on. I'm gonna tag her once I post the episode up on Instagram. But if you don't follow my Instagram, shame on you. You should be. It's at MDF Podcast 1. Okay, we're also on Twitter, so tweet us to join in on the conversation at M as in man, D as in dog, F as in football, podcast 1. So at MDF Podcast 1. Follow us on Instagram and follow us on Twitter. And send Jarielys a message. Send her a nice message. Jarielys, if you're listening to this, I really, really, truly want to thank you for your inspiration. I want to thank you for sharing your story on the Elvis Duran Morning Show. I kind of want to, I want to thank you for inspiring the rest of the world to live their life. And it's unfortunate that it takes us a serious illness to actually wake up and be like, holy crap, I gotta live my life. So again, thank you. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you pure happiness, harmony. I hope that whoever listens to this donates as much as you can. I'm not asking you, and I don't think Jarielys would ask you to donate everything you have in your pocket or in your bank account. I'm sure she's not asking for that. But I hope that me and whoever donates, I hope that we help you and we help fulfill your bucket list. Because so far, Elvis Duran took care of a lot. You take care of a lot. Other people that are helping chip in are helping out a lot. And I hope the rest of us help you take care of your bucket list. And so again, I'm going to tag her on the post on Instagram. Go into her page. She has a link in her bio. Click it. That's where you can donate. It's going to be on a Facebook page, so you need a Facebook page to donate. So yeah, once again, Jarielys, thank you very much for your story. Again, I wish nothing but the best for you. And whoever's listening, take her story and just listen to it. Read into it. But after you're done, don't let life go by without living your life. Live your life. So if you want to be on TV wearing your favorite club's jersey, then don't stop. Keep going and take those chances. Take those chances because you never know if you leave. And that's why I bring up my brother and those 4 kids, because they took a chance on leaving this country, going to play in Brazil and going to play in Ecuador, and they're living their life. They're living their life to the fullest. They want to be professional football players, and that's what they're doing right now. So they're also examples and inspirations to us. Doesn't matter if they're 15, doesn't matter if they're 16, doesn't matter if they're 14. They're young, but we should be following them. We should be following their inspiration and going and doing what we want to do in life. So, go ahead. I'm going to put the interview up in a few. You just got to give me some time because I need to finish talking to you about football. So enough about serious stuff. Let's get back into the football before I give you the BSA. Sorry, I call it the Benedicts interview because all 4 of them play for Benedicts. Excuse me. So right before I give you that, I saw this fact online and I posted it on my page. Again, if you're not following, shame on you. It's at Mundo D, as in D dog, E elephant, Futbol. Follow. If you're not following, what the fuck? Just give me a follow, because then you'll know a bunch of crap. So since AS Monaco became champions of League One back in 2016-17, they sold basically all their star players. They sold Kylian Mbappe to PSG, Thomas Lemar to Atletico Madrid, Bernardo Silva to Manchester City. I can't pronounce this guy's first name, but Bakayoko. He went to Chelsea. Benjamin Mendy to Manchester City, and then Fabinho recently to Liverpool. They bought those 6 players for £41.9 million. You want to know how much they sold them for? I'll tell you because I have it right here. They sold them for £356.66 million. They made a total of £314.76 million in profit. 6 players. Just 6. That's mind-blowing to me. You bought them for 41. You sold them for 356. You get back 314. Why aren't you mind blown? I'm mind blown. That's a crap load of money. That's 314 million pounds extra that you made, but you put in only 41. But then again, on top of that, they're not really a League One contender anymore. They have Falcao, who's coming to his end. That's about it. So Monaco, you need to step up your game. Let's move on to Cristiano Ronaldo. He states one of his main reasons for leaving Real Madrid was his reception that he received the day he scored that bicycle against Juventus in the Champions League quarterfinal. I think it was the second leg. I can't remember. He says, I'm used to following Juventus and I like the club. But since that moment, I like them even more. I remember every day that never happened to me before. In the Champions League against Juventus, a quarterfinal, you score a goal and everyone in the stadium stands up and applauds you. It was an unbelievable feeling. That's amazing. For that, I mean, number one, the goal. If you don't remember the goal, then, dude, brush up on your football. But that goal was amazing. But then, for the opposing team in their own stadium to applaud for you, that's big. That's huge. So he says that's one of the reasons that he chose to join Juventus. And now he's there, and let's see if he does another bicycle against someone else. So this time, I'm going to talk about a manager, again, changing his player to a different position. You guys all know Danny Welbeck. If you don't, like I said before, brush up on your football. What the fuck? Unai Emery, the coach for Arsenal, he says Welbeck worked with us at left back. His performance was good. That's a huge change. How in God's name are you going to change a striker to a left back? Now I know what you're saying. Andres, it's possible. And if you're Gaston, you're probably telling me, yes, it's possible, dipshit. Alright, I know. Relax. I've seen it happen because coaching alongside Gaston, we've done it with a striker. But I'm talking about professional. I'm not talking about youth. Youth, it's easier to mold because they're still starting out. The professional ones, they're already there. How are you going to change Danny Welbeck from a striker to a left back? Tell me! Because I don't understand. That to me makes no sense. Granted, Unai Emery is the only one that saw it. But still, what the fuck? I mean, I want to see this shit happen. I want to see it happen. On their next game, Unai Emery better put him as a sub, just so that they don't go crazy. I hope they put him in as a sub, so that we can see how he does in left back. Because that's all he said was, Welbeck worked with us at left back. His performance was good. Unai Emery good might be different than the fans good. So I don't know. I'm going to drink some water because my mouth is dry as shit. Talking about Maurizio Sarri. Excuse me. Maurizio Sarri. Now, question this, because I questioned him. He says first half of the season won't be too good for Chelsea because they're not fully ready. But by second half of the season, they'll be racking up some points. Now, as a Chelsea fan, you're like, you're disappointed, but you're like, it's a new coach. We're okay. We'll give him some time. But now if you think about it from an outsider's perspective, you're asking yourself, is he trying to save himself from any criticism or anybody trying to penalize him? Because he's a fantastic coach. I'm not going to take that away from him. But why so early in the season, already you already played your first game, you already won 3-0 against, I'm going to say West Ham, but I'm not 100% sure. You already won, you won 3-0, okay, you got 3 points. That's very good, that's a good start. But why is he saying now, first half, no good. Second half of the season, it'll be perfectly fine. We'll be good. You got to question that. You have to. And I'm not going to question him as in his philosophy or his way of doing things, as in, in football. But why would he come out and say that the first half isn't going to be good? My question is he trying to save himself from failure? Is he trying to say so that when they come back to him, they're like, well, listen, I told you that the first half wasn't going to be so good. And then, but you can't just get away with that. Number one, you're a manager of a big club. Number two, that club is Chelsea. Number three, your president is Roman Abramovich, or however you pronounce it. Number four, you're in the Premier League. It's the league of sacking managers. You can't save yourself. You either produce or you're out. So let's hope he's not trying to save himself where it's going to bite him in the ass. Chelsea fans, join in on the conversation. Tweet me at MDF Podcast 1. Another dumb Chelsea thing was done. Batshuayi. Now I know if my brother is listening to this, he's going to be pissed off. Batshuayi left Chelsea to go on loan at Valencia. Why? Why would you do the same mistake? You made the same mistake. You made that mistake in January, loaning him to Borussia Dortmund, right? And you see how he did good during the World Cup. He wasn't a starter, but he did good. He did good at Borussia Dortmund, and he did great at Borussia Dortmund. Then he did good with Belgium at the World Cup. And now that you've seen his success, you're going to go and fucking loan him out to Valencia. Why? Answer me. Chelsea, you guys cannot be so dumb. It's impossible. You can't be so dumb. You just can't. It's like, it doesn't make sense. The guy scored so many goals at Borussia Dortmund. The guy scored a couple goals at the World Cup. And then you loan him off to Valencia. Why? Answer me. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense at all. Why would you sell him out again? Loan him out. So, I kind of feel bad because he's really good at what he does. The reason why I'm not speaking so much is because I really don't fucking understand the mentality of Chelsea at this point. Like, for real. Why loan him? He's a great striker. He can take Morata's spot. Just imagine if Batshuayi has a good chemistry with Hazard and Willian, and then the midfield right behind him, N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho. Can you imagine that team? Because I can. I really can. And I hate Chelsea. I despise them. Yet, you guys just keep making it easier for everybody else. You guys are dumb. I'm sorry. Not the fans. The fans didn't do anything. I'm talking about the board. Okay. I think that's enough of me ranting. Talking a bunch of shit. I keep turning the paper because I keep thinking something new is going to pop up. But I think I ran out of everything. So right now, what I'm going to give you is the... damn it. Oh, the interview with the Benedict boys. That's what I'm going to give you now. So, listen to what they have to say. And forgive me. Forgive me and forgive them. Because remember what I said before. They're 15-years old, and there's one 16-year-old. So please forgive the stupidity and the much laughter and the talking over each other. Because, just because they're behind the mic, they think, oh my God, I'm behind the mic. Blah, blah. And George, I know you're listening to this. Alan, Matt, Alonzo. Yes, you guys kind of made a fool of yourselves a little bit. But I'm thanking you again for coming, because it was great to actually talk to youth international players. Like I said before, 3 of them are heading down back to the country that they're going to represent to sign their contract. Alonso's the one who has his contract. I can't remember. You'll hear it in the interview, but I can't remember what team he's going to represent in the U17 qualifiers. But again, thank you guys. It means a lot that you guys showed up. First time having kids on the show, so that's new. But yeah, check it out and listen to it right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are interviewing 4 special guests. They're not adults yet. None of them are adults. The first guest is
George Silva.
Second,
Mateus Ferreira.
third,
Alonzo Pierre.
and fourth.
Alan Sanchez.
Okay, you guys are too nervous. How are you guys too nervous? Alright, relax. Guys, forgive them. Whoever's listening, the 4 people that I have listening to this, just remember that these are kids. They're all 15. Who's the oldest here? How old are you? 16. Okay, we got one 16-year-old and 3 15-year-olds?
Yeah.
Alright, so forgive them if they goof off and start laughing and all that other bullshit. Alright, so the reason why I'm interviewing you guys today is because I have Alan and George on Instagram. And I've been following you guys for the past month.
Yeah.
Right? And interesting, I'm very fortunate enough to know these kids because they traveled all the way to Ecuador. 2 of them are Ecuadorian, 1 is Jamaican, 1 is Brazilian. So they were fortunate enough to travel all the way down to Ecuador and actually play against Ecuadorian teams. So the reason why I brought you guys here is because number 1, I've never had this experience. Okay, and you guys are young as shit. So and it's a great opportunity for you guys to go all the way to South America and play against teams that are 10 times better than anybody that are here.
Yeah, much faster.
The game is different.
So all right, there we go. So explain to me, what's the experience like? The teams, how was it? The treatment, everything.
So the altitude over there is very low, and also
that's right.
The game is actually low.
Is it really?
It's
no, it's high. Yeah,
my bad.
It's high, so it's harder to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the games. Yeah, I'll explain later. But the gameplay over there compared to here is way different. The way the ball moves, physically and mentally, is way different from Ecuador compared to here.
In South America, all they do is play the ball slowly. They don't kick and run just like how here we play in the United States.
Yeah.
The kids there are way bigger.
Like muscular or like in height?
Yeah, muscular and
or
height.
both.
Oh, okay. And height. And at a young age to be a teenager, they're really tall.
So now, did you guys play against your own age, or you guys played against bigger or younger?
Yeah, we played U17.
Yeah. And
very tall,
Like,
so, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. So you guys were U16.
Yeah, we're
playing against U17.
It was extremely hot over there.
The speed of play and everything, the way how they move the ball.
And they had a different mindset.
And,
their mindset was way different.
And it taught, me personally, it taught me that, when I came back to the United States, to not play, rush everything.
Right.
And just relax.
So, stop and think.
Yeah.
And
here's everything. Most of the gameplay here is just probably kick and run. Most teams think. But over there's... They put the game together and they do set pieces.
Yeah, and they play smart. They don't go straight to the legs. They just play calm.
And every player plays together. Like here, if you go to any team, there's obviously going to be one player.
Right. There's a lot of kids with
individual
egos.
Players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now, on a personal level, how did it feel? I mean, you guys must have been like, holy fucking shit. I'm going to Ecuador to play against. Who did you guys play against?
Yeah, so the team we played were, let's say, Barcelona FC, Guayaquil City.
Did you play Emelec?
Emelec.
Quito?
No, we never played Quito.
How many games did you guys play?
Like 6.
So was it a tournament or was it just friendlies?
It was friendlies.
Honestly, our hardest game was the national team.
Yeah, it was.
And we actually got a good result against the national team.
Our hardest club team we played against was against Guayaquil City.
The good thing about Guayaquil City, that we went to the place. It's called Samanes. We were supposed to play in the turf field, but we were lucky enough to play in a stadium called Cristian Benitez. He's a player that died. That died.
2011.
2011. He was
choking up now. Are you crying?
Can you repeat what you said before?
Let me finish. So he was the captain for the Ecuadorian team 2011. So they made that stadium for him.
Okay.
He was a really good player.
So now that you mentioned turf, is it all turf over there or is it grass?
Well, at first,
from experience,
years before it used to be actually dirt. Now years is going by, they're actually putting turf, and that facility is like what 20 turf fields. And
what?
Yeah, like 20, 30 turf fields, something like that.
Holy, so it's like a huge camp, basically.
And also, when we went against Barcelona, it was weird because you know how rivals are, let's say Real Madrid and Barcelona, right? Over there to Emelec and Barcelona SC, and they were actually training in the same training grounds next to each other.
As soon as you trap the ball, they're on you, like, you know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you gotta play fast, you gotta think fast. Before you get the ball, you gotta look behind your shoulders. Everything comes in a package.
Okay, so let me go through in each individually. So George, let's start out with you. When you found out you were going to Ecuador to play against these teams that you just named, on a personal level, how did it feel? Were you happy? Were you excited?
I was very honored to go to Ecuador because most people don't have that, that chance of going to Ecuador.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some parents say they don't have money or they don't have the time for that. But I was very happy that I would be going, and my mindset was trying to be on the national team of Ecuador. That was my mindset, and also winning games.
Oh, right. And Mateo?
Me personally.
No, you were injured.
Yeah,
but you still had, and then you said you played one game.
No, I got injured there.
Oh, so you got injured there?
Yeah, on the third game again.
Okay, so
me personally, I already played soccer in other countries.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brazil and France, it was nothing as Ecuador, how hot it was. But when I heard that we were gonna go to Ecuador, back to what George said, the financial problems, not many people have it, and I'm grateful that I got to go with a good group of boys.
Yeah.
And it was really fun, on the field and off. It taught me a lot of stuff that I never expected me knowing.
Like what?
When I go there,
on or off the field?
On and off.
Oh, so both.
To be more independent as a person, being more mature.
Right.
And on the field, it taught me to play quicker and just be smarter with everything.
Right.
But, yeah, basically that.
Alonso?
Yeah, to be honest, my experience was I was blown. I love the country, the people there, everything was good. When I was watching the games, because I was injured, I couldn't play.
Right.
But when I was watching the games, I'm like, oh my god, most of their players are fast, skillful. To be honest, as a player, I'm a skillful person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably have the most skill on my team or whatever. And then when I saw these kids, I'm like, man, I have to step my game up more.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I just came back from Argentina, So to be honest, the kids that play in Ecuador, compared to the kids that play in Argentina, Ecuadorian kids is it's better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you just came from Argentina. What? Yesterday?
Yeah. I was training with Federal for first team.
The professional first team.
Yeah. And and everything. Yeah. So
Okay, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Well, I lived in the United States my whole life, so I was nervous to go to Ecuador. Not nervous, nervous to see how football it is over there.
Right, because it was also his first flight.
It was my first flight, so.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I was nervous, but once I stepped into the airport in Ecuador, I was ready. My mindset was different. I was ready to face everyone, and I always said to myself before going to sleep, just make sure you play hard. That's it, and I always prayed. And like George said, my goal was to make the national team or get good news from them. And it actually happened, but the only way it happened is because I put the work in.
Right.
And it helps.
Fully committed.
Yeah, to be honest, this is actually good preparation because right now we're going into qualifiers for the U17 World Cup.
So wait, who is?
So
all you guys?
Yeah,
yes.
We're going into qualifiers.
Get out of here.
So
Jamaica, Peru.
Yeah, we're gonna verse.
What country?
Okay, so let me start
first.
first.
Hold on. Shit, you guys just blew my mind.
So me and Alan play for the. Well, I might be right now. I'm considering playing for the U15, but they might move me up to the U17 with playing with Alan. And we have to qualify. U17 qualifies for the World Cup. What? this summer, upcoming summer,
probably
November, January, something like that.
The U.S. national team already started because they're always ahead. But,
right.
And Alonso, you play for the what? Jamaican
national team, yeah. So
wait. So I have actual international players in my fucking basement.
Yes, sir.
Get the fuck out of here! Oh, I didn't know this. Who do you play for?
Brazil.
You play
for U17 Brazil?
Yeah. No, U15.
Oh, U15.
Yeah.
And you play for U17?
Right now, I'm putting in the U15 national team for Ecuador, but they might move me up to U17. So.
And you are playing for
U17.
Ecuador.
Yeah.
You guys all have signed contracts?
Not yet. That's what I'm
Oh,
going
so
in the summer.
but it's working.
Well,
it's being progressed.
Well, Alonso already signed his contract.
You already have a contract signed?
Yeah. What's his name? November.
Oh my God.
And when I was training over there, it was my like, in Argentina. It was my first time,
Right.
No, actually, it was my second time, going to the country, but training with that team.
Right.
Coming in nervous. They're saying you're training with the first team. You're not training with no academy, no U16 or 17. First team. I'm like, it's about to be hard.
Whoa.
I went there. I'm like, you know what? I have this mindset, I'm the best player here. To make my confidence go up.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
No.
Next, I'm in a trade session, playing keep away. I'm like, I actually fit in. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I actually fit in. I'm like, I can actually make this team. So, playing keep away. Then we went into the game. So right off the back, when they crossed the ball, I just scored a volley. I'm like, you know what? After when I scored that goal, my confidence kept building up. Next, I got past some players. I was involved, and everything. So, but,
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so in November, I'm going back. I'm going back, to start preseason with them.
Yeah, Matt, you're going next summer like us, right? He's going to Brazil to also sign his contract.
You better represent our country, man. Shit, I don't want that shit show that we had in 2014.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have this shit going on in 2018 again. Yo, you making a national team, you bring that shit home. I'm counting on you. I don't care about any other country. Represent that shit.
We're going to win this qualifying.
Nah.
I mean...
Hold up. Oh, what?
It's good.
Okay, I got this.
Alright, good. Alright, so with all this experience that you guys had, because this is not your first time going and playing in a different country.
No,
nor is it yours.
That was your second time.
That was your second time. This is your third time.
Like 10 countries total. I'm going.
I went to Brazil twice. And then...
No, but like in total, different countries.
Yeah.
So you've only been to Brazil and Ecuador.
And France.
And France. Okay, so you went to 3 countries. Alonso, you went to how many countries?
I started traveling when I was at least 12, 13.
Yeah,
were you born here?
Yeah. He was born.
Oh, you were born here,
but my parents are,
Oh, they're from
whole
other
family's
countries. Okay, yeah.
His dad,
okay.
what? Your dad was.
My dad actually used to play.
Metro Stars.
Yeah, Metro Stars.
Who is he?
O'Neal Peart. He used to play, the team, the Red Bull.
Yeah, exactly.
He used to play for Metro Stars, and my dad, traveled more. To be honest, I think he traveled the whole globe because he went everywhere. So yeah, first he started.
Why isn't he here? Why the hell are you guys here?
Yo, wait. Whose house? Did your dad? Did your dad's friend go to?
Edson Butler. I forgot my dad's cousin. My dad's cousin. He played for LA Galaxy.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
And he played in the 2010 World Cup with United States of America.
After
Get out.
After from China, I went straight to his house.
Yeah, after China, they picked him.
First
you went to China, then you went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I went to Los Angeles just to go meet up with him.
Hold on.
Yeah, he retired now.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How the hell? This is overwhelming. So, okay, we'll get back to that later, a little later. You haven't spoke too much. Nah, go ahead, cut them off, man. You're fucking teammates. So, I've known you since you were. I want to say 12, 13.
He went to BS. Well, okay, so let's explain when we started our soccer career. So, where I started off was what I played the most years was BSA, which Andres, you was one of my coaches. You, Gaston, Jerry. Yeah, that's it, right? And Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
Damn, Bill. I haven't remember.
That guy moved to.
But yeah, I remember by the BSA. What was it? 2012, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. the type of stuff we remember physically. We did the things we did at the Bubba High School. You remember the stairs? Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate doing.
Honestly, yo, I didn't want to do all that type of fitness, so I used to do fake injuries. You remember? You remember?
Yeah,
But yeah, that's where I started. BSA actually helped me a lot. You, Gaston, and Jerry actually taught me a lot of stuff.
How about you?
So I was like 6 years old. I was playing basketball at the time, and there was this cancha around the corner of my house, and I was like, my brother was tired of taking me to play basketball with his friends, so I was like, all right, let's just try another sport, and I played soccer, and I didn't take it serious because I was just playing it for fun.
Right.
So it was the 2010 World Cup, and after that, I watched all the games, and I saw Spain win it. It was like they were happy and they love the sport. So I was like freak it. Let's just let me just change to soccer. And my dad he played pro for Emelec in Ecuador, and So he was like, just do what you want. So he helped me play soccer, and he always took me to practice, and that was my first academy was called JJCC. JJCC, and then that's when one of my teammates named Christian, he told me to go to Belleville and try out, and that was when I met Gaston and Nico Cerrone, my teammate. And my first coaches were Gaston and Bill.
Yeah.
And then it was my Belleville team back then. It was really good. Long story short, I'm here.
Matt, how'd you start? Or Mateo? Sorry,
Mateo.
So, you guys started at what age?
Well, I started pretty late. What, 6, 7 years? 6, 7 years? I was honestly, by my mindset, you could ask Alan, I was the worst soccer player you could ever meet.
He's fat.
I'm telling you, I was unfit, fat,
to be honest, I wasn't really into the sport because my dad, he forced me. He was like, you know what, I played pro, but I didn't get where I wanted to be, so I'm gonna put this into my son. So,
right.
There's videos of me when I was younger, in Pampers, me and my dad just kicking the ball, kicking it back and forth. I didn't know I was doing though.
You obviously liked it.
Yeah. Oh no. To be honest, I wasn't really into it, but
Now you are.
Yeah, because my dad,
yeah.
Because now my dad's it's on me, forcing me every day,
Right.
Because it's anything else to be doing right now,
it's not worth it. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd rather play soccer, stay out of trouble and everything.
Right.
So yeah, basically.
Mateo, before you start, you were born here? Or you were born in Brazil?
Here.
You were born here. Okay. Go ahead.
So I started playing soccer really, really late. I started playing at the age of 10.
What?
So I went into Brazil when I was 9, and I stayed there till I was 10. And that whole year that I was there, well, it wasn't a year. I think it was 5 months. Those 5 months that I was there, I was just with my cousin, and around the community, all they played was soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just started playing, but I wasn't good, because I never played the sport.
Right.
So I just played goalie, and then when I came back to the United States, I told my parents, I was like, Mom, Dad, I like the sport. Put me in the team. And my first club that I signed to was Ironbound Soccer. Okay. Ironbound Soccer Club. And then after that, I was 10 at the time, so I was playing with Ironbound for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years until I was 12. And then when I got to 12 years old, I started playing with NJCSA Academy. And when I started playing Academy, it was different because I wasn't playing against clubs at the time. I was playing against high teams, and it built it made me become a better player. And then when I was at 12 that summer, my season was over, so my parents just told me randomly that I was going to Brazil, and I was like, why? And then they're like, a coach was watching you, and then for me to go. And then I went, and then I started training with them. But I was training with two teams, a team called Goiás and then a team called Galo. But like you guys know Galo as Electrico Mineiro.
God.
I was training with them too, and then like I played a tournament with Electrico Mineiro, and I played like some scrimmages with Goiás, and like it just built me up like as a player.
Right, yeah, of course.
And I started learning how to play, and then at the age of 13, I started playing with Den Lions.
Oh shit!
And
okay.
then after that,
so from there you stopped with Ironbound.
Yeah, from there I stopped with Ironbound.
Okay, so now you're at Den Lions.
Den Lions, and then like something didn't go out right, like something bad.
Okay.
And then I left and I went to Stallions. After Stallions, then I went to Benedicts, and then Benedicts is like where my career like
really
changed.
Started kicking off.
Yeah, because like basically when I was in NJCSA, Den Lions and Stallions, like I love the sport, but like I never took it seriously. And then freshman soccer with all these three people.
Right.
I mean, my
sorry
friends.
to cut you off.
All these three.
Sorry to cut you off. When did you go to France?
Oh, I went to France the month before Benedict started from preseason.
Who did you play with there?
Huh?
Who did you play with there?
Stallions.
The Stallion went to France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the coach, like all the players from Stallions.
Right.
But I went with the coach.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture after.
Okay.
But
yeah,
after that, then Benedict season started, and then that's like when like my mindset on the game changed, cause like I started from 10 to now like
yeah, exactly.
I wasn't
Everything just sped up.
Yeah, like I was like I'm actually doing better.
Right.
And I never had confidence, but like one day like Alan just like talked to me and he gave me confidence.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
Toasty?
Yeah, that's when I met Alonzo and Matt.
My first person I went to when the freshman season started, and we were in preseason. Alan's the first person I talked to. I was telling him I was like, Alan, send me a picture.
What Alan are we talking
Let's get back to the story.
Yeah, you know, let's get back to the story.
Let's get back.
We'll talk about our buddy Alan.
Alright, so Benedict, the freshman year started, and I was not committed. Because at that time, like, I wasn't focused on the sport like everyone else here.
Right.
I didn't come to that much practices, but then there was one day when the coach told me that on a Saturday he told me I might get cut if I don't do good. So I went and I just gave my all, and then like thank God I made it.
Yeah.
And then I played that season with them, and then after that, then I started training with Cedar Stars Academy with Alan, George, and like I started getting better, and more coaches started watching me. And then now this year, like I'm mad focused, extremely focused.
Right.
And
so you're a sophomore now.
Yeah.
You're starting as a sophomore.
Yeah. And
same thing with you.
Yeah, sophomore.
And all of us are sophomore.
Okay.
And now that like I'm being focused, next summer I might go like Brazil.
Yeah, to be honest, that was a.
Wait, so you hold on real quick. So you might move down to Brazil?
No. I'll be there for a long time, but in December I'm gonna go to Arizona.
For what?
To train with Barcelona Academy.
Oh, yeah.
What Barcelona Academy?
The Arizona.
FC Barcelona or Barcelona SC?
No,
it's
FC Barcelona, but in Arizona. So I'm gonna be playing with them.
Yeah, to be honest, that freshman season it was a season to remember.
Yeah, we made. You remember the post I posted?
Yeah, there was several posts that you posted, but
Yeah, it was me from. Okay, so I got the ball and like I did a punt actually, and then I gave Alonzo an assist. Like I kicked it to the other net.
Get out of here!
Yeah,
that was me.
Fuck?
Yeah,
that was Alonzo that scored a goal.
What?
Yeah. Let me remind you guys that in the freshman year, Alan Sanchez was captain.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was captain for a day though. Like after that.
Hold on. Time out.
Alan was captain for the whole season.
Yes, sir.
Time out. Hold on.
Whole season.
Hold on. No. This isn't the same Alan that was with me.
No. After the years, everything changed. All of us changed.
Yes.
What
all
the
of us.
hell?
I feel like
man, it's just like. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nah, go.
Yeah. See, like, to be honest, man, like I love these guys, man. Like when I was playing with them, like I felt like the love and like everything.
Through George's posts, it seems like you guys are really
yeah. I agree.
Okay, so
undefeated. Alright, so I agree with this because before Benedict's, like I had friends, but I'm gonna be for real. Like they weren't the best friends to hang out with. And then now after the season, I found like a group of friends that like all we do is play soccer, and we train. So we train every day, so that one day we can make it. And like what we do is that like we build up each other's confidence and everything. So like right now, I don't know about them, but like I consider them as like family. Like every hard stuff, every like hard.
On and off.
Yeah.
I've been calling Alan.
Yeah.
Especially the arguments me and Alan have about Ronaldo, Messi.
every like we went through a lot of situations like in life and like with family problems, and we all went through it. I'm not gonna lie, me and George, we're out of all of us right here. Me and George got in the most arguments.
In the locker room, I hit him with the passion.
Yeah, we used to fight.
we was about to fight actually.
After like we would argue about some dumb stuff, but like at the end of the day, like
at the end of the season, come on.
At the end of the day, our friendship couldn't end.
Yeah, at the middle of the season, we actually got close.
So like right now, like all these guys right here that's in this room right now, like. I love them with like a passion. Like I'll really like take a bullet for them.
Me and Alonzo talked to Matt and George separately about like this is like our group, so like we can't like break it up. So like we me and Alonzo, cause like we never had arguments.
They're like boyfriend and girlfriend. Like,
no. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend. Alan has a crush on Alonzo. Alonzo does. Alan will be all up on Alonzo.
We don't need no woman crushes on here, okay? This isn't a time and place for that. Alright, so it seems like you guys are really passionate. You guys are very dedicated. You guys are united. And listen, I personally hope nothing but the best for my former players. I've never coached Matt or Alonzo, but I hope nothing but the best for you guys.
Thank you.
Especially Matt, since he's playing for Brazil. So bring that shit home. Okay, bring a 6-star home. Alan, don't bring anything to Ecuador, please. We don't need.
I have to bring something for Ecuador.
No. George either. Don't do anything for Ecuador. Anything else you guys would like to share? Because I'm running out of questions.
What was the thing that we were gonna talk about? That all of us.
Fuck. Oh, hold on. This was the thing. I didn't even tell the listeners who plays where. What positions?
Oh,
I know George.
Wait.
Fact, I know you're.
Okay, so let's start the high school season this year. So me, Alan, Alonzo, and Matt, as of right now, we're gonna be playing for varsity.
No way.
Yeah. So
what?
Let me go first. Let me go first.
Listen. Alright, so I'm sorry to interrupt George. He's been talking the whole interview.
Go ahead.
Alright, so last year we were all playing freshman year.
I didn't start. I rolled the bench.
Yeah, he rolled the bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we all played freshman year, and like we were like the following year we were like, oh, let's play Vars. Like, come on, we could do it. So now like. No, like right now he went to Argentina, so like he wasn't able to like train with the A team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like he's late in preseason, so now he's playing with Vars B, but like he's gonna build up and play with Vars A. And me and George are currently playing Vars A right now, Varsity A. And Varsity A is number 1 in the nation in the United States.
Well, last year that's where we won the cup. Last year they gave us the cup and everything, and they put us in the bracket as number 1. But right now, they give us the news that we're actually in the bracket. We're number 1 in the country, in the nation.
Yeah, man.
Respect.
And it's so hard, make that. If you make that team, it's just like making a U.S. national team, basically. Basically.
When I came to Benedicts, the people that told me to come to Benedicts was Gaston and Nico. That's where I got it from.
That's where they started.
And when I came here to Benedicts, I was like, am I really coming to Benedicts to the actual best school in the whole country?
Soccer school.
Soccer, yeah. But yeah, starting freshman year I was really proud of myself because I worked a lot. But now that we're in varsity season,
we're only sophomores.
Yeah, we're only sophomores. Well, we're like only 3 sophomores, 4 sophomores in the whole varsity team.
Yeah.
And like just playing for varsity is really an honor.
Yeah, it's a dream, man.
Yeah, that was my dream.
Since freshman, when they called us up to play, what's the name? It was a game. It was a real game, but yeah, they called us up 5 freshmen to play. But we were out of the 5. It was me, Alan, and George, and that was our time to show the coach that we belong there. So now it's a new season.
Where Matt couldn't go because he was in France.
Yeah.
Alright, with me, my story is so much different from theirs because in my shoes, like last year, I wasn't committed at all. I wouldn't come to that much practices. But then, like, during the season, like, I also got my jerseys taken away because I missed some practices. So he took my jersey and gave it to someone else who wasn't on the team. And then I earned it back because I worked hard.
Right.
And then I started, because of that, that's why, like, I started training more. And then, like, I never thought, like, I'll play. And then one day, my first game, my first high school game with them, I never, like, I thought, like, I wouldn't go in, I wouldn't score. My first game, I scored. And then after that, I started just kept training.
Who gave you the assist?
Alan.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. The thing about Benedicts, the field was very small.
Yeah.
So all we do is just kick it from my net. Alan would kick it from let's say the 18 to the
yeah.
and get
And
like that.
And like after that, I never started a game. I'm gonna be honest. And like I would really ride the bench, but I would go in. I remember there was one game. I only was on the field for 30 seconds against St. Peter's Prep, and I was only on the field for 30 seconds, and I scored a goal in 30 seconds.
Yeah, every game,
and it went upper 90. Just remind
yeah, no cocky shit, but like every game got so boring because we would end up winning 7-0, 8-0, 6-0.
And this year, now that we're sophomores, like they're playing varsity. Alan's playing varsity A, George playing
and it's
varsity
a huge
A.
transformation because like you were playing 9th grade soccer and now we're going to 12th grade soccer.
Right.
And,
honestly,
and the competition is like more difficult.
Yeah,
so
and like
so you have to develop yourself. And, like,
they're playing varsity.
I was super. I'm not gonna lie, like I was so unfit. So the first day of preseason, I was literally dead. So like, yeah, my legs, my body, everything. But then,
no, I'm sorry, real quick. When did you guys start preseason?
Last week.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was in Argentina, so I came late. I was supposed to train with, well, actually be on the team like the same as them.
Right.
Coach was like, you came late, and they like it's full.
Right.
So like, and now you got to work your way up. So right now, I'm trying everything.
Now, when did you guys finish Ecuador?
The 17th of July.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did have a long break.
And and like so, none of you guys please cut me off. Don't cut me off right now. So Alan and George are playing Vars. He was gonna play Vars, but he wasn't here for that week of school. So right now he's playing Vars B. Cause last year I didn't give them a good first impression. Right now I'm playing JV.
Okay.
So Vars A is the first team. Vars B is the second team. And JV is the third team.
Okay.
The JV team isn't even that bad. I think that we could beat Varsity. I mean, like they're not that good.
No, last year.
Wait. But like I obviously like I don't like that I'm playing JV, but
of course you always want to play.
Yeah, but
just extra motivation.
Yeah, but also that. But like at the same time, like. I believe that my team JV, like I believe that we'll have a good season, and like as Alan told me before we came here, like the JV team needs me, so like I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go in different. Hopefully I'll be captain and like I'm going in all out, even though I give a bad first impression. But this year, like now that like I was like focused, like the varsity coaches took a chance to look at me, and they noticed me, and then they told me that. This year, like in September or October, I will play a scrimmage or a game with varsity.
Did you know last year freshman team we beat JV twice?
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah, last year.
No, it was Nico who told me that. Yeah, Nico told me.
So the first game, we beat them 2-1.
The first game we beat them 3-2, and it was 2-2 in the 80th minute, and I scored the last goal.
Well, let's remind something. He had around 30 shots, 1v1s, and he missed all of them.
Yeah, he misses every single. Either he skies it to the birds, like Nico Gaston said.
Right, that's true. I mean, that's true. That's false.
No, what?
Okay, before no arguments on this. Show.
So,
all right, real quick, because we're running out of time. So George, you playing goalkeeper?
Yes.
Mateo plays in
left wing or center mid.
Left wing or center mid. Alonzo plays.
Striker.
You're number 9.
Compare me to Lukaku.
Nah, I'm a center mid. So
I'm
not even gonna say left wing.
And I'm a center back.
Yeah, so he went from striker.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Yo, hold on. First of all, you became
a left winger.
First of all, you left me as a left winger.
No,
Yeah, you were like a left mid, left winger.
I started left winger, and then I played striker, and then my last 2 years at BSA, I played center mid.
Where I left you as what? Center mid.
Yeah, you started as goalkeeper.
And then I was like, no, I don't want to play goalkeeper.
For
No. First, George started playing striker, and then he went to center mid. He was really trash, so he wanted to play goalkeeper.
I get tired. Like the first minute it started, the game started.
So
You're gonna have to cut that out.
So now you're a goalkeeper.
Yes.
Fuck. All right. So how is it that you became this new Captain America?
So
like out of nowhere, you're a leader. You were never a leader on the BSA team.
Yeah, I know. But I was playing center mid. Well, I played for Cedar Stars Academy, and I joined 3 or 4 years ago, and I played center mid. And my former coach, Coach Javier, like he was like, I'm too tall to play center mid, so like he was like, try center back, and I played center back, and I didn't like it. And he was like, "Oh, you did good, so that's your position." I wanted to leave the team because I didn't want to play center back, and I've been playing center back for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
And I think I got better.
Yeah.
Hold up. And during the freshman season, he wanted to play left wing so bad, but Coach Eddie, our freshman coach, he told him personally, he's like, "You are not good at that position."
They talking all that hate, but we played against Glen Ridge High School. It was 3-0. They put me on the field, and I tied it up. 3 goals.
We were losing.
And we ended up winning 7-3.
No, we were losing. Listen. So we were losing 3-0. I don't know what happened to the
formation. We played in the wackest like tactic ever. We played like 3-4-3. Like we needed more strikers.
That was our best game, to be honest. It was like a game to remember.
And then after that, we just kept scoring goals, so we won 7-3.
Yeah. But Coach Eddie told him that, and then he said, "You're better off at center back." Now look at him.
Man,
if I was never to play like center back, I wouldn't be like I wouldn't have had all these opportunities.
Yeah. So it's a funny story. So when I tried out for the freshman team, I started like. When I got there, I started off as a left back. I wanted to play left back, honestly. But then when I got there, Coach Eddie, Busa, they were like, "No, he plays a goalkeeper." And like everybody knew in the whole school that I was playing goalkeeper. I was a goalkeeper.
I started off left wing during the season. I mean right wing, right midfielder during the season. But like over the summer and over my team, Irma, they told me that like I'm better off playing center mid. And then against Copa one day, semifinal. I played so good that game in center mid, and then I just kept playing, and then that's how the varsity coaches started watching me, off me playing center mid, and yeah.
And the varsity team looked at me when it was a Seton Hall game, and it was our hardest game, but we ended up winning 3-2, and it was like a day to remember because like it was always like 3v1s, and I would always like used to like clutch it. And we still won the game, and that's what caught the coach's eyes.
But by the way, I scored the first goal in that game. The coach is looking at me.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have today. Just a huge thank you for coming, because I didn't know I had international superstars here.
Yeah,
I didn't fucking know that shit. Thanks for telling me, asshole. And asshole number 2. All right. I hope I can have you guys again. It'd be great. It'd be great to be invited to one of your goddamn games. Mr. and Mr. number 2.
If we do skip it to Ecuador and national team,
guess what? Hold up. You know we're actually going to Ecuador again the next summer to Quito though, to play against other teams. To play again again over there.
But for who? For Ecuador.
No. We're also going to like sign our papers and stuff, but we're going to have another trip. The same team we had against the national.
Let me ask you, because Nico's on that team.
No, he's not.
Who he plays for?
He plays for Cedar Stars, but this is a different team.
What team is this?
It's Cedar Stars, but like
JVSA.
We couldn't use Cedar Stars, so we had to use another name. But it's the same players. But Nico couldn't go.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Nico couldn't go.
He told me he couldn't go. Okay.
But yeah, we're going to Ecuador again.
Alright, well, listen.
Well, big thank you to my dad, because without him I wouldn't be here. To my mom, because my mom is a really good singer. She's a professional singer.
Yeah, Cardi B?
She's like the Cardi B from Ecuador. No, she's like the Nicki Minaj from Ecuador. Ella se llama La Chabelona. Search her up. La Negrita Chavelona.
I give a big thank you to everybody who had the patience of coaching me and everyone who had the patience of playing with me.
Thank you to everyone who had the patience to listening to this interview. Thank you.
Wait, I want to thank my hold up, Alonso. Don't take my mic. So I want to thank my mother and also my mother, the coaches that actually coached you, Andres, you, Nick, Gaston and Bill.
Yeah, believe it or not, without you, I wouldn't be here.
Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
You guys been doing to me.
Big thanks, to be honest, a big thanks to my dad. I love you, Dad. You're the one that, kept pushing me. He's the one that made me become a player that I am today. So I got, everything that he got, I got. Well, I'm probably better than you now, but just saying. So,
yeah, me too.
A big thanks to my dad. If it wasn't for my dad, to be honest, I don't know what I would do. I'll probably, be sitting down in jail or something, because,
Also, I hope this gets a lot of hits, and let me know if it does.
Yeah. Well, you better share.
And I also thank my dad, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be training every day. So. Thank you for everyone who's listening to this.
Thank you, Mom, for giving me birth. I love you. And
okay, that's a wrap.
Thank you. See you guys another time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Let's hope I can invite you guys again. Take care. Okay, so you heard those goofballs. They're good kids. All right, I'll give it to them. They're good kids. But that's all we have for today. I know you're probably like, if you're listening, I hope you are. I know this was a long episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to thank you for listening again. Once again, thank you to Jarielys for letting us share her story. And I'm going to put, when I post this up, I'll tag her in it. Go to her page. The link is in her bio. Click on the link. Please, if you can, donate anything. I know I am going to right after this episode. And thank you again. Thank you to the boys, George Silva, Matt, I don't know his last name, Alonso, don't know his last name, and Alan Sanchez. Thank you guys for coming onto the show. And guys, don't forget that I have these 2 events. I posted it on my Insta story. I'm gonna post it again. I'll make sure to post it on the page so that it's there, and that if you guys ever need to go back to it. But I have the 2 events. The Manchester Regional High School alumni game, that's on August 25th. We'll be there from 10 to about 1:30, maybe 2. Then we're heading off to the Futbol 7v7 tournament in Hillside, New Jersey. I know it's on Conant or Constant Street, I can't remember. But we'll be there right after, so from 2:30 till about 6, maybe 7 o'clock. Okay, it's purely fun, family fun. Both events are, so come and join us. Let's just have fun, man. Bring your kids, bring your parents, bring anybody you can. If you guys are driving there and you see someone walking, bring them too. Go ahead, just bring them along. Listen, the more, the merrier. So thank you again for listening, and I'll see you guys Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Take care.
El árbitro dice que la pelota no